Alright everyone, welcome to a new video. So I wanted to put out an updated version of my Tornado Shot Deadeye build with the 3.19 changes. I did have to change a few things here in order to get the crystallized omniscience amulet to work, to basically cap the fire res, cold res, lightning res, and just for stats because they changed it a lot. I'll get into that in a second here, but first we'll start with the tree here. So I adjusted the large cluster jewel down here. I'm still running the Feed the Fury, Martial Prowess. I've only got Feed the Fury on there because I wanted to get 2 jewels in there. This one basically just some more attack speed, some crit multiplier with lightning skills, projectile damage, which makes a big difference. Obviously you can see there full DPS lose about 1 million, taking that one out. And this one I really just use this for phasing because it makes a big difference when you're running through something like Valerian maps or even like a simulacrum or something. Phasing is a huge quality of life thing. You don't get stuck. Same here. All the ascendancies are still the same. This same cluster jewel here. I did switch my Watcher's Eye to the life gain on hit while affected by Vitality and Chaos Res while affected by Purity of Elements because I'm running Purity of Elements now. I'll explain that in a little bit as well. Doing Lioneye's Fall here to switch these dagger and claw ones to bow modifiers. So I'm only taking the dagger ones here, and it's just to get critical strike chance. So each one, as you can see here, you get 18, 18, 18, and then an extra 30. You also get crit multiplier and another 100% critical strike chance on enemies against enemies on full life. So it makes a big difference about mapping. You can pretty much just one-shot and guarantee to crit against them. That's pretty much it for the tree here. I'll go over to the skills. So I've got a unset ring with level 21 precision. That's because of hit chance. And then we're doing Assassin's Mark with mark on hit. I'm not using as an S chant anymore, and I'll explain that once we get to the items. But Assassin's Mark gives you 600 life and 80 mana when killed because Sniper's Mark lost the mana and life flask charge on hit. So I feel like this is a better mark or curse, whatever you want to call it, for the crit strike chance and another 49% crit strike multiplier. And then just running Lightning Golem just for a little bit more attack speed because I had an empty gem spot in there in my gloves. Same Tornado Shot. Same totems. As I said, I'm running Purity of Elements. Give that extra 35% to elemental resistance, and it makes you immune to everything as well. Brittle, Scorch, Sap, Shock, all the elements. Now, the one issue that I'm running into here is mana. So we don't have any defensive auras. So basically like full glass cannon here. I'm still trying to work out a way to run Grace, but with Purity of Elements, it's just not possible. You can do Val Grace, obviously, so that's why I have that in there. So it helps a little bit. But yeah, if you run Grace, you're at negative 129 mana. So there's that. And then just level 1 Vitality to proc that life gain on hit from the Watcher's Eye. Steel Skin on the left click, just always hitting that. Flame Dash and Blood Rage to get some more attack speed, some more life leech, and getting the frenzy charges is a big one as well. So go through the items here. So same bow. I have a video on how I crafted this. It's pretty simple. You just get the fractured thicket bow with either cold fire or lightning, and then spam the opposite essence depending on which fractured one you can get. This quiver, I bought it a while ago, got pretty lucky. I think I paid like 10 or 15x for it. Now everything's divine, so I have no idea how many divines this would cost you. Like I said, the black Sun Crest. So I bought this when I first started running Tornado Shot, so I got the Tornado Shot damage on there, not the additional projectile. It's pretty well rolled, as you can see there. So it is what it is. Running Higher Zyre for the additional damage from the added cold damage to bow attacks. And then spell suppression, so we are still at 100% spell suppression chance, which is nice. Let's see, gloves. So we've got the Eldritch Complicence for some more spell suppression, intimidate enemies as well. And then for this one, we just got some more spell suppression, some more stats, some dexterity, a little bit of evasion, life, and mainly just chaos res, and then crafting on increased damage while leeching. For the boots, some more chaos res, some physical damage is cold, spell suppression, a little bit more evasion, and more chaos damage, or chaos resistance, and obviously move speed. And I got onslaught on there as well, which helps, and then just crafted on life. So I went in POB and updated this to the takes 15 or per 15 omniscience, because it hasn't actually updated yet until the league goes live. But that's how I was able to calculate this and know what I had to actually change. So if you have this in your POB, or you want to put it in here, it's not going to update. So what you have to do is just find it over here in your list of items, right here, double click on it, click edit, and then you just go in here and change this and this from 10 to 15, click save, and then it'll update. It's the same ring, just a ring I bought on trade for the increased strength and dexterity, and also got elemental resistances, which is nice. The rest of it doesn't really matter. I'm sure I can eventually take some time and get a little bit better one, but it works. Then unset ring just for some mana, because I was trying to run Grace, but it's still not working. So it's a little bit of intelligence, some life, and then the non-channeling skills have -8, which is nice, and I crafted on the adds fire and cold damage, which is a really good craft if you can if you have the extra spot for it. My insane double corrupted headhunter that I'm running, you don't actually need it to run the build, but you need some sort of extra stats, or else your res goes down a lot. So you don't have to have it, but you need something that has you know, high strength and dex, or high strength and intelligence. If you get something that has like adds 50 to strength and dexterity, you don't get 100. It's just 50 for the omniscience. And same flask, bottled faith, life flask, quicksilver flask with the cheetah, and then we've got a jade flask with the increased critical strike chance or in flask effect, and a diamond flask for double increased critical strike chance. And then we'll go back to the tree here so you can go over the jewels one more time. So Secret Suffering, we've got Feed the Fury, Feel the Fight, Martial Prowess. Well, all the medium jewels are Eye and Repeater. And then this one cost a bit, the Corrupted Blood, corruption on it. On the Replica Conqueror's Efficiency to get some more negative mana cost for non-channeling skills. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Walker's Eye, already went over that, and these. So the way that I calculated all of this is, if you go into configuration here, on the how to use Path of Building video I made, I kind of went over this whole screen right here, but, you know, power charges, frenzy charges, I have onslaught, tailwind, I'm always leeching, and the effect of brittle. So this is where things kind of change. So if I drop this down to 1 or 0, if you don't get any brittle and you don't have any power charges, your crit chance is 85%. So if you don't have any power charges, you only technically need 2 brittle with the amount of cold damage that I do to inflict brittle. But the max you can do is 6 now. So how you figure that out is you go to calculations, make sure that you're on, this is all the skills that you have, so make sure that you're on the bow, or if you have it in your body armor, whatever, just whichever one is your straight up tornado shot. You come down here to non-damaging ailments, and you can see that you have a 100% chance to scorch, brittle, and sap, and then this will be your percentage that you put in the configuration, so 30, 6, and 20. So you go over here, 30, 6, and 20. And that's how you calculate these. It took me a while to kind of figure that out. I just don't want to just put random numbers in there, because then it won't actually be accurate. Consecrated Ground is just, I kind of plan this for bossing. So drop Bottled Faith, they'll be on Consecrated Ground. You can see it gives about an extra 3 million damage. So, all right, if you have any questions, just make sure to drop a comment below. And thanks for watching.